Very welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we're honoured to be joined by Dr. Anita Patankar, who is the Executive Director of Symbiosis Dubai. She's here to talk about the role of education in bringing economies together and also building a global workforce. In this, she will touch up on Symbiosis' growing impact in Dubai, the innovative programs being introduced, and also her own commitment to education over the past 4 decades. Her passion for bridging cultural and academic divides continues to inspire students, faculty, and institutions around the world, driving the Symbiosis mission of shaping globally aware, future-ready leaders. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here on this Monday morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're excited to have the conversation.
So Symbiosis is a household name in India, but for people that don't know the university, what makes it such a trusted university?
So we're 54 years old, and when we were set up as the only Indian higher education institution to be established for foreign students. Can you imagine in the late 1960s, our chancellor thought that African Asian students who came to India and faced a lot of hardships, including discrimination, needed a safe place to study and to grow in. Symbiosis has grown from there. It continues to be committed to diversity and inclusion. We're a not-for-profit, which is also rare in the sector of higher education. So I think that makes a lot of a difference to the way parents, students, stakeholders look at us, look at the role we play. And I think over the last 54 years, we've been able to bridge, academics with business, because employability is a key factor when students join us, as well as working with community. So I think between all our stakeholders, education, industry, as well as the community, I think that's what we're known for.
I mean, there are other things as well. So it's the first Indian university to start with a complete accreditation from CAA.
Yes.
So please tell us why that is important. Also, can you explain what CAA is and what are the benefits of a fully accredited degree?
So it's funny, over the years I've realized that while parents especially see the word accreditation, surprisingly, many of them don't actually know what it means. And I've been talking to parents a lot, and industry as well. And what it means basically, and this is where I think we have to be vigilant, parents need to know that the education that they are getting is going to be valued, is going to be trusted, is going to receive equivalence. So many students who come to colleges, whatever the country, invest a large amount of money, put in a lot of energy, and then hope to be global citizens. So you're going to take your education and your learning and you're going to travel across the seas. Wherever it is that you go, you want to make sure that your degree has value. Accreditation comes in here. Whether it's India, whether it's the UAE, whether it's Mexico, doesn't really matter. Now, what does CAA mean? So the Ministry of Education usually will have, in all countries, an apex body that regulates quality, because parents aren't equipped to do it or students aren't equipped to do it. And that stamp of approval that this is a program that's been checked, this is a program that meets global standards, that is what CAA does.
Nice.
So academic accreditation is at 2 levels, and this is what we're telling people, that look for accreditation for programs, not just for the institution. Institutions might be accredited and licensed to run, but is every single program accredited? And we're happy that we came in with full accreditation for all our programs. Today we run 10 programs, all of them fully accredited, which means you don't need to go through a separate equivalence process. You're guaranteed that whichever country you go to, your degrees are going to be valued. You can get a job with government organizations and departments. So it's a stamp of go wherever, this education is valued, recognized.
I feel like you have some parents watching right now who are concerned, like furiously checking whether their kids' courses are accredited.
No, and you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Many are not.
Scary times.
So it's,
You need to be careful, I think,
more than
especially
scary, I would say it's just time to be mindful.
You need to, you need to be a bit more aware.
Because we also live in a world where we talk a lot about things that we do. The focus is often on student activities, and that's important. But then also to make sure that is everything A-okay
True.
for the future.
So speaking of that, what programs are currently available at the university, and how does it prepare students for real life opportunities?
I think one thing that we've realized is that you need to offer programs across
Yeah.
diverse streams and disciplines. And you also need to focus on preparing students for a future that is so uncertain.
Yeah, that's
So I could do engineering today, and 5 years from now, I might be taking a bit of that, but doing something that I have not planned for. So while we are making students ready for this uncertain future, and everyone loves to talk about how the world is changing so fast, we also realize that every student, especially at the undergrad, is looking for something that matches their passion or their abilities. So right now we have a large variety.
yeah.
We obviously have our flagship MBA program, which is what Symbiosis is known for. But we also have a number of undergrad programs which span from a BTech in computer engineering and a bachelor's in computer applications to a program in media and communication, to a program in commerce with ACCA preparation, to a BBA. So we're trying to offer students a wide variety. We're expecting our BSc in psychology honors to do really, really well. All of these are programs that underpin some aspect that any sector, any industry is going to find valuable. So we're hoping that these programs prepare students. And I think the good part about it also is that we're looking for a lot of interdisciplinary learning. So, imagine, a BTech in computer engineering sitting beside, a Bachelor of Psychology for an elective class. That kind of learning is what we're focused on.
So, well, programs is one thing, but you're also well known for hosting workshops and community events.
Yeah.
So could you tell us a little bit more about the HR conclave that Symbiosis is hosting in Dubai and how that could benefit people?
Yeah. So you talked about workshops, and I'm always amazed at how students respond and parents respond to workshops, because I think the pandemic has taught a lot of people that upskilling, reskilling, learning skills, so growth is based on learning, and learning leads to growth. I think that equation is now very clear. The HR Conclave is actually an event that we are focused on for a couple of reasons. It is not targeted like our usual workshops on students and general stakeholders, but I think it's about our commitment to industry. It is about our commitment to being partners with organizations and helping them grow, learning from them. So it's that partnership. The HR Conclave will focus on HR related aspects, trending themes or concerns that people have. I was talking to a friend of mine who's in HR, and she was saying, oh my God, with AI and with social media, the way we used to do things doesn't exist anymore. Things have changed so much. And this is a platform for people to come together and talk. So we've got experts from industry, we've got experts from both governments coming in. We have an amazing, inspirational chief guest. I don't know whether you've heard of Dr. Kiran Bedi, but if you look at the women in, especially the Asian subcontinent, who've inspired women across, especially Asia, Dr. Kiran Bedi's name always comes up. She was the first police officer. Huge reforms in terms of the way prison reform, teaching and training people at some of the most celebrated prisons. She's got the Raymond Magsaysay Award. So we're happy that she's coming in because she fits in so perfectly with our theme, the power of people. And I think that is something that we want to talk about, because with AI, what happens to the power of people? How does that change? Does it become even better, even more? So the HR Conclave is something that I'm really, really excited about, and I'm sure we are all going to walk away learning a lot, but I think more than anything else, just working with industry leaders, leaders who drive the economy, and then of course feedback into academics in terms of what should we be focusing on, and what should, because see, we're in the people business. Though I don't like using the word business because we're a not-for-profit, but we are in that sector. Whatever we can do to help prepare, fortify people for the future, that's where we are.
And I think one of the most important questions that students have in mind is, do you have scholarships available?
Yes.
And do you have scholarships in this university, especially maybe for Emirati women?
Yes, we do. I think for scholarships, we're strongly committed. With higher education, one of the biggest challenges is to make sure that good quality, globally valued higher education is available for everybody, and that you don't want family circumstances or finances to keep that out of access. So scholarships play a huge role. We have many scholarships, but one of the things that I'm most happy about is that we do have a special scholarship for Emirati women. I am so happy that some of our partners, like the Dubai Police, have actually been able to, motivate their family members, employees to join our programs. I think for us, and not just because I'm a woman, but as an organization, investing in women is something that we're very committed to. I mean, you educate one woman and it is said that the whole family learns. So we do have a wonderful range of scholarships, and I'm so happy that they are responding. And one of the benefits is, of course, that diversity in the classroom increases, and we're learning so much from these amazing women.
Speaking of commitments, how, in your opinion, does Symbiosis fit into Dubai's vision as a global hub for education and for innovation?
When we started our thinking process of the next chapter, where does Symbiosis go, and Dubai came up, to be honest, because we have 1,100 plus alum here in the industry. And so they kept talking about Dubai, and you need to be in Dubai. And what we knew about Dubai was this, is that it's progressive, it's forward thinking, it focuses a lot on innovation, research, sustainability, and these are things that resonate very deeply with Symbiosis. Our core is internationalization. Our core is diversity and inclusion. And over the years, we've realized that as an education partner to governments and to industry and to community, the focus has to be on sustainability. The focus has to be on research. The focus has to be on innovation at all levels. So therefore, the minute that, we found a match, and I think you might find glimpses of this in a number of countries, but I think in UAE, it's just so strong and so visible, tangible, that we felt we could be great partners. And we've come in with that hope, and in the past over a year, I've seen that resonate. It just makes sense. I think it's a partnership of very like-minded individuals wanting to grow together, wanting to contribute. And that's how our programs are focused, that's how our research activities are focused, that's how all the innovative activities and projects that the students are doing is focused. So very strong connection there.
So if a student that's watching right now and considering Symbiosis University, what's one thing you would like them to know about the university and studying there?
Oh my God, you can't ask me one thing and then...
One main thing.
One main thing, okay.
Yeah.
I would have to say we've proven that we're trustworthy at delivering industry valued and globally valued education with a very strong respect for diversity and inclusion and for sustainability across all the platforms and all the ideologies, etc. For students, employability is important, and that we are 31 in the world in the QS rankings on employer reputation is something that validates the fact that it's industry ready, industry relevant education. That we're a not-for-profit, I'm going way above your one thing. That we're a not-for-profit, I think, tells people where our heart is. Very firmly committed to
Education.
Students doing well and using education as a powerful leverage for them to do well in their personal and professional lives.
Hopefully, yeah.
Very strong reasons there. Before you leave us, we've mentioned the programs already, but there are also some new programs, and we'd just like to touch on which industries these new programs are primarily aimed at? So for people who are interested in going to study, where will they be working?
Okay. Number one, I don't believe programs are targeted at specific industries, because I think all industries would need people with a background in computer engineering, people with a background in psychology, people with a background in business administration, BCom. So we have a BTech in computer engineering. We have a BSc in psychology. We have a BCom with ACCA Prep. We have this wonderfully exciting dual degree with Aston University, UK. We've put in for a Bachelor of Education, which is under process. Any sector, because all sectors need people with these backgrounds. I think it's easier to see with computer applications, psychology, business, commerce. The BTech in computer engineering might be a little more difficult for an average student to look at. But honestly speaking, today when you look at the organizations we're talking about, there is a role for all of these students to play, but specifically in UAE as well.
That is Dr. Anita Patankar from Symbiosis. It sounds like you're doing truly amazing things down there. If people are more interested, if they've got questions they'd like to reach you or the university directly, how can they do so?
Well, I don't know whether I should give my number, but I'm happy to do so.
Or the university's website, maybe?
The website, yes. The university's website. Follow us on social media. Get in touch with us through all those platforms that are available. And happy, walk in. We're in Block 14, Dubai Knowledge Park. I would love, the door is always open. Love to take the students around, parents around, teachers, counselors.
Nice.
Very, very happy to have a conversation.
The door is always open. Love
The
that
door is
so
always
much. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on this Monday morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course,
It's
thank you,
been a
Masa.
delight.
Thank you, Casey.
Wonderful way to start the week. Monday morning.
Absolutely. Kick it off with some positive news stories. And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show today. We're back with you same time, same place tomorrow morning. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.